You know that feeling when a piece of music just hits you? When it feels like it's telling you a story without a single word? Well, today, we're diving deep into one of those masterpieces, Francisco Tárrega's Adelita for classical guitar. We're going to go way beyond the notes to find the poetic soul hiding inside.
So, you might look at the sheet music for this and see, well, just notes and instructions, right? But for the composer, Francisco Tárrega, this was a poem. It was a conversation just waiting to happen. And our goal today is to figure out how to hear that conversation.
All right, here's our roadmap. We'll start with the piece itself, then we'll track its emotional journey through different harmonies. We'll uncover the nitty-gritty techniques involved, see how it all comes to life, and then we'll get to the very heart of what makes Adelita so unforgettable.
Okay, let's dive right in. So what is Adelita? It's not just some random piece of music. It's genuinely considered one of the most beautiful, most poetic little gems ever written for the classical guitar.
The real genius of Adelita is just how simple it is. I mean, structurally, it's just a straightforward A-B form. But inside that simple little package, Tárrega packs an unbelievable amount of feeling and character.
Now this is where we get to the core story. The whole emotional ride of Adelita is really a journey between two different musical keys. It's a tale of two completely different moods. This slide just lays it all out perfectly. Section A, which is in E minor, has this melancholy, almost longing quality to it. But then, Section B happens. The switch to E major is like the sun suddenly breaking through the clouds. That contrast is classic Tárrega. It's like he gives you this moment of sadness that resolves into a warm, hopeful smile. So how in the world does a guitarist actually translate that emotional map into sound? Well, the magic is all in the details. These really subtle, specific techniques for both the left and the right hands. Think of the left hand's job as this silent, graceful dance up and down the fretboard. The shifts have to be completely quiet. The slurs, those are the legatos, they need to be perfectly smooth, connecting the notes almost like a singer's voice. And the bars, it's not about brute force. It's about using just enough pressure to get a clean note, keeping everything super delicate. And if the left hand is the dancer, the right hand, well, that's the voice. It mostly uses a standard PIMA picking pattern. That's thumb, index, middle, and ring finger, rolling across the strings. But here's the key. The melody, played by the fingers, has to sing out above everything else. You get that with a gentle tirando or free stroke, where your finger just brushes the string. It's what gives the piece that signature, delicate, poetic tone. But look, perfect technique is only half the battle. To make Adelita really feel expressive, the music has to feel like it's breathing, like it has its own pulse. And that's where dynamics and tempo come in.
You can literally see the entire emotional story right here in the dynamics. It starts off quiet, it swells just a little bit, and then it slows down to build tension right before that hopeful major section comes in. Not loud and aggressive, but with this incredible warmth. And then, when it goes back to the beginning, it's with this soft, sweet feeling. It's a complete emotional circle.
So the key to making this whole journey feel natural, and not like a robot is playing it, is a technique called rubato. It's basically the art of rhythmic freedom, of pushing and pulling the tempo just slightly. But, and this quote just nails it, the key thing to remember is that rubato isn't about throwing the rhythm out the window. It's about using that little bit of flexibility to really squeeze the emotion out of a phrase, giving it a human, breathing quality, without ever losing that underlying pulse. So, we've looked at the form, the harmony, the techniques, all the hows. Now let's put it all together and talk about the why. What is the true heart of this incredible piece? What was Tárrega really trying to say? This is probably the most important thing to get. Adelita is not a piece for showing off how fast or how loud you can play. It is absolutely not a technical showcase. It's a piece that is all about feeling.
I love this quote because it just gets to the absolute core of it. A great performance of Adelita feels like you're listening in on a very intimate conversation. Every phrase, every single note has meaning. It's a dialogue.
So here's the big takeaway. Adelita is a total masterpiece of subtlety. Every single technical thing, every bar, every arpeggio, it's only there to serve the emotional story. This piece was written with love and delicacy, and it absolutely demands to be played that way. The goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to be poetic.
So the next time you hear this piece, really listen for that journey, from that minor key sadness to that major key hope. Listen for that gentle touch, for the breathing phrases, for the conversational feel of it all, because knowing the why behind the notes
It doesn't just make it more interesting, it completely changes how you hear the music. It lets you hear its heart.